The morning breaks like a whispered secret between lovers who never learned to part, soft and tender as your name on my lips. I watch the first light fall across the balcony where I once stood waiting for you, the air heavy with the scent of roses and promises we never meant to keep. Yet still, my heart remembers how your hands trembled when they touched mine, how every breath you took seemed to belong to me. The world was sleeping, but we were alive, burning quietly in the silence before dawn. I was a princess, bound by duty, but my soul was not my own. It belonged to the boy who taught me how to love without reason, how to ache beautifully. Every sunrise since then has been a letter written to you, sealed in light, unread by anyone but the sky. You came to me like a storm, disguised as gentleness, a dream that dared to breathe. I remember the rhythm of your voice, steady as the sea beneath a fading moon, and how your words unraveled the walls I had built. I had learned to speak in silence, to smile when the world watched. But you saw the truth beneath the crown, the girl who longed to run barefoot through the morning dew, to be nothing but heart and laughter and warmth in your arms. You taught me the language of longing, of pauses and glances, where love hides between moments. I still feel your gaze across miles and memories, a weight both tender and eternal. If I close my eyes, I can almost taste the dawn we once shared, when the sky blushed for us. Sometimes I wonder if love remembers its birthplace, that first moment when two souls recognized themselves in each other. Ours was born beneath the quiet stars, where your hand brushed mine and the world fell away. You said my name as if it were a prayer, and I realized then that love is not something we choose. It is something that chooses us. I wanted to run, to hide behind royal walls and marble smiles, but you disarmed me with kindness. Every word you spoke carried the weight of truth, and every silence between us was filled with something louder than music. I was no longer afraid of being seen. With you, even my flaws felt holy, like cracks through which light entered. You didn't rescue me. You reminded me I was already free. Now the court sleeps while I sit by my window, pen in hand, tracing your memory across the paper. The ink flows like the sea, dark and endless, each word a tide reaching for you. I imagine you somewhere far, beneath another dawn, perhaps thinking of me too. The thought warms me more than any fire could. I still wear the ring you never gave, the one carved from air and faith. You told me that real promises don't need gold. They are written in how we remember. And I have remembered everything. The sound of your heartbeat when we stood too close. The scent of rain on your skin. The moment I realized that love was not a fairy tale. It was us, real and trembling, at the edge of dawn. The world expected perfection from me, but you loved the chaos I tried to hide. You kissed my fears into silence, made me believe that softness is strength. In your arms, I forgot I was royal. I was only yours. You spoke to me not as a subject, but as an equal, and in your eyes I saw not a princess, but a woman. That frightened me and freed me. You once said that love is the rebellion of the soul against reason, and I see now that you were right. Every law, every rule, every duty, I broke them all, quietly, with one thought of you. My crown grew heavier each day, but my heart lighter, because it beat in rhythm with yours. You are the melody behind every royal decree, the hidden truth in every smile I wear. I still hear your laughter in the marble halls, echoing like a secret too beautiful to keep. Sometimes when I pass the garden where we once met, I can feel your shadow walking beside me. The roses lean toward the sun, but I know they're really reaching for memory, for you. The air holds your name, The earth keeps your footsteps, and the sky hums your song. I speak to the wind, asking it to carry my words across the distance between us. Maybe you'll hear them in your dreams, soft as a prayer, wild as our love. I've learned that love doesn't end when two hearts are apart. It changes shape, becomes the space between stars, the silence before dawn, the ache that refuses to fade. You are that ache, and I cherish it. There are nights when the moonlight feels like your touch, tender and cold. I lie awake, tracing constellations with my thoughts, mapping every star to a memory of you. Do you remember the night we made wishes on falling stars, promising forever without saying a word? I do. I remember your fingers brushing mine, the electric hush between us, the trembling that felt like truth. I think of all the things I didn't say, how you changed the way I breathed, how your smile made the world disappear. You once told me dawn is just the night forgiving itself, and I hold on to that, because I'm still learning to forgive the world for keeping us apart. But even so, love has never left me. It has only grown quieter, wiser, more infinite. Sometimes I dream that you return, not as a stranger, but as the man I once knew, standing beneath the same pale morning. In that dream, I walk toward you, barefoot, the hem of my gown trailing dew. You don't speak, you just hold out your hand, and I take it. The moment stretches, infinite and tender, and for once, time forgets to move. I wake up smiling, tears wet on my cheeks. The ache is sweet, like the taste of fruit you can't have but still crave. My heart keeps writing your name on the walls of its silence. Maybe love is not about staying. Maybe it's about remembering with grace. If that's true, then I have loved you perfectly, because I remember you in every sunrise. The edge of dawn has always been ours. That fragile hour when the world belongs to neither night nor day, when everything feels possible and forbidden all at once. It is there I find you, every morning, waiting. You stand beside the horizon, half light, half memory, and you smile as if no time has passed. I reach for you through the mist, and though my hand finds only air, I swear I can feel your warmth. You once said that love is not about touching, but about knowing, and I know you still. I know the sound of your silence, the shape of your soul, the way your heart would quicken when mine did. I know, too, that if I had to live this life again, I would still find you at the edge of dawn, where everything begins. Love, to me, has become a kingdom without borders, a quiet rebellion against time. And though the world may never understand the way I love you, quietly, fiercely, endlessly, I no longer need them to. You are written into the very breath of my mornings, carved into my pulse. The sun rises not because it must, but because it remembers you. And I rise too, every day, carrying your memory like armor, like a blessing. Somewhere between the first light and the last shadow, we still exist, not as we were, but as we are meant to be. Two souls bound by the promise of dawn. If love lives anywhere, it lives there, forever unbroken, forever ours.